So today we're going to talk a little bit about Solarpunk, and we are going to go and introduce you to my starter base. So what is Solarpunk? One of the dictionary definitions describes it as a noun, an optimistic environmentalist subgenre of speculative fiction, art and design that envisions future life on Earth transformed by the use of sustainable energy, close coexistence of human beings with nature, and progressive socio-political values. And here we are, my Solarpunk Outpost. So it's got basically a central stem leading up to a great big observation platform, and there will need to be some more terraforming around here to actually make it look more appropriate. I've had to actually build this out here over the island to give myself space to go and build this. But this is for sort of following this pattern with the terracottas and the cherry woods and similar, bringing it all together so it looks sort of muted and sort of organic. We've had a lightning strike, so we can see that my mushrooms now become Betsy Brownshroom. So I'm going to head on inside, and the aim of this is actually an outpost where they're scientific outpost basically. So at the lower floor here we've got lots of scientific instruments. I'm studying amethysts and trying to actually draw power from amethysts, and lots of computer stations here, and we have a beacon running power through the whole of the building here. Here we have our storage area and workspaces, so this is where obviously we can get all our crafting and potions and smelting, composting and similar done. The next floor is going to be effectively the crew living quarters. I'm part way through this, as you can tell at the moment, because ultimately while I thought this bathroom area looked fantastic, it does not really seem to fit in keeping with the space, so it needs some reworking, but I do love we've got a working shower. Next up we've got our integral farm actually within the area itself, so all the crops and similar that we might possibly need. And the next floor is the observation deck itself. Again, this one's a bit of a work in progress. So you can see we've got two different types of roofs, one which is more stone and industrial really looking, one copper, which I am going to mess with once it's all actually aged appropriately. I'm going to go and pop some of them back to the sort of the brown copper. But this area is a chill out area for the staff, so you've got sun loungers, you've got a tray table and chairs and a sofa. We've got our sustainable bamboo forest for wood. We have plants for study here at the moment. I'm still actually working out what works most, what's best here. And then this area here is going to be a sort of a food preparation, cooking and similar type of area. But I'm still working on that one. And if we get on the roof as well, you can see we've got a tip there. I'm going to show you the picture that I was initially using as first inspiration. As you can see, the stem of it was a little bit plainer, and I wanted to increase on that one. But yeah, I'm going to be terraforming the island and the underneath so that there's much more trees around it, and the trees are butting right up to the observational line there at the moment. Off over there you can go see my shulker farm, which I'll show you later. And over here you can see DickieTheDude's arborplex. We'll go and have a good proper visit, and just on the horizon there you can see the library that the LavenderMama has been building. And Tanya from one of the other guilds is also just over there as well. Now I've kind of been working things and building them and trying to bring the lore in at the same time. So as I mentioned, we're trying to extract power from amethysts. Well, I've got myself my beacon down there, and as you can see, the aim of that is at drawing in power from that particular amethyst crystal there. And that's where our villager trading hall is hiding. I'm going to be making a more appropriate entrance to that in the near future. This whole area here is going to come out. I'm going to terraform it. I want it to look like it's been terraformed, so it doesn't look completely natural, like it's been dug out there so they can get at the crystal or something like that. But I'm still working on that at this moment in time. But I definitely want to make sure that there's a forest of all the trees potentially around here. And inspired by Tistom, I actually ended up making my portal to the Nether here in a ancient ruins kind of style. Now I'm just going to go in here. This is the shulker sandwich. It's a variation on Groover Guy's shulker sandwich version 2, where I've actually made it look much more like a UFO. And instead of using a boat at the top, which could potentially be moved, I've used the trapdoors to trap myself in and get myself in and allow myself to go in and out at the top there just by opening them up. I don't tend to run this too often because there's about 200 shulkers in here, and annoyingly I had to move it because I had done a slight miscalculation in the distances, and whenever I was in the trading hall this was loading those shulkers, which absolutely soaked up the mob cap. So as you can see, really I've taken the shulker sandwich approach, but just actually given it a central floor and that drops in to got water streams basically that drop them into certain areas there. So I'll pop up a second so you can see there are some areas where they don't naturally, you get some water that stays still, solid water areas there, so I've had to put holes down there for them to fall through, and then obviously we've got a central area there. Now if I pop out of here, you can see as well that in order to make it look good, I'm going to put sea lanterns around the edge. The shulkers won't land on these, so this isn't quite as effective as the normal shulker sandwich. But as you can see, we've made it into a flying saucer, complete with lasers at the front and a death ray at the bottom that's spitting up water everywhere and setting everything on fire. We've got our collection bits at the bottom. And it's basically a matter converter, trying to convert some of this area here to the end kind of biome. So had a lot of fun building that, and when it's dark it really does stand and shine out. So let's just see. Oh yes, and we're already building up a few shulkers there. Go away you. We've also got some friends around there. I don't know quite who's building that oil rig there, but that looks great in the distance. And luckily he's doing a mega build around there that I think is going to be an aircraft carrier. But yeah, so as I back out, I love that build. I really want to see a version of it in RTX. So that just about brings us to the end of the episode. As you can see, I'm rocking out fully maxed out netherite gear, courtesy of Acadewolf, who it gave us basically every single one in the guild. He got us full maxed out netherite gear on day 2. So massive thanks to him, and I will see you in the future. So take care. Please like and subscribe and check out my guildmates.